taken as described in this resolution, and further, they shall not be permitted to serve on or attend meetings of any of the committees created pursuant to this resolution.
Well, of course not, because the
7,
truth would out.
corporate counsel
Isn't
is
that
directed to request the judgment against the GTCA by Franco Lungo be vacated, and counsel shall represent the GTCA in the action brought against the GTCA by Lungo. 8, corporate counsel is directed to request the court hearing the lawsuit brought by Imperial Painting against the GTCA to permit the addition of Franco Lungo as a third-party defendant to such lawsuit. Do I have a second?
I second it.
All right, now I would suggest that, this obviously, I think, needs to be discussed in part.
No, why? You brought it all
What
up
do you
now.
mean? Why not? Why discuss anything? Why not just vote to hang us?
Why don't you just make the report from an independent attorney?
Yes, why
then
not?
you have a report. This is not a report.
This
is not a report.
This is a script for a reality
You
show.
have misinformation in here.
Yes.
You stated that I
There is
didn't want to
no
speak with you,
evidence.
which is not true. So we can go
There's
back
no
and forth
evidence.
all day.
There's
And
no
the things that you're alleging in here again are unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yes, unbelievable. And if you go back another
Right, well, you can read
year,
it.
you will find the true culprit.
Would you let me know when you're done, so we can
No,
start
I don't
talking?
think so. I think, Mr. Lerner, that you allow us the courtesy of responding to this nonsense.
No, but you
This
just let
is
me
a
know when you're
reality
done.
show.
Please go ahead,
This
speak.
is a reality show. The so-called documentation is partial. It does not go back to the root cause of anything, and you know what it is. And so does Mr. King.
What is it?
And Mr.
Please,
Lerner,
please,
you know,
don't.
you know
Please,
some of
one
these
at a
things
time.
in here are not
It's
true,
right here.
and you're
Please.
allowing it to go on.
Please.
This particular circumstance arose in the last 2 years, and it is documented. It certainly can be documented, and I have documented it. And the documentation, furthermore, is documentation I made available to all directors. So it is that the directors don't have it unless you have trashed it, which is possible. But it was made available to you. You have it, and yet you have ignored it. Furthermore, Mr. Kingman has made some evidence available, and other evidence, his own emails, he has somehow ignored. And I find this a disgraceful exhibition by this association, that it is more important to some members of this board that they be personally right about everything and that they have no responsibility for their actions, so that they are willing to go to any length and spend any amount of money to produce trash like this, rather than do the right thing, which is to have an independent investigation by an outside counsel.
That's how it's done. And as regards to the vacating of the judgment, you have in there that there's no evidence. If you have my file, there are witnesses. There are several witnesses. There's names. So I don't understand how you can say there's no witnesses. That's just one part. You make contradictory statements, Mr. Kingman. So listen, you're gonna do what you want to do. Go ahead.
This is one-man show, Franco. Because
Yeah, that's you.
You make
That's
a speech.
No, I mean
you make a speech.
You make a
and then
report.
you, no,
This
I
is what
did
you're
not
spending
make,
homeowners' money.
I did not spend.
By all means,
Oh, yes, you did.
Franco.
Oh, yes, you
Go
did.
ahead with the
Franco.
kangaroo report.
Please,
Go ahead.
please.
Go ahead.
This
Please.
is not a...
You cannot
Please.
deny, though, that this was necessary. I mean,
What's
finding
what?
out the root of the
You
problem.
didn't
By
find
who?
out anything.
Please.
Don't yell at me.
Alex.
I'm not yelling at
This
you.
is trash.
Alex,
Guys, this was necessary
We're
for us to
calling.
find out.
You haven't found out a thing.
You have to find out with an independent attorney. Nobody's
You have to
yelling. Nobody's
find out
yelling.
when you have all the facts.
You don't have facts in here.
Well, there are facts in here. This isn't...
directors,
Not
come to
all
order,
of
please.
them.
Come to order.
Not all
You
of
are-
them by
Barbara,
any means.
Barbara,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But
please,
it's not every day
please
that
be
I'm
kind
calling
enough and let me know when you finish
This isn't
talking so I
about
can
you.
read. Gail,
It certainly
please
is
be
about me.
kind enough and let me know when you finish talking so I can
Really,
recognize
this is about
another
me.
director.
What's wrong with you, Gail? You're not that stupid.
No, this is not, don't get personal, Barbara. You finished
Oh,
talking?
yeah, no, don't
May I
get
proceed?
personal.
May I continue?
Let him speak.
Franco,
Barbara.
may I continue?
Let's hear what he has.
Would you be kind enough to be quiet for a
I
while?
apologize.
No,
Alex,
I'm
would
giving
you-
you the floor. The floor. Go
Thank you.
ahead.
Alex, would you like to
What?
speak?
Yeah, I'm just saying that, you know, your names do appear in this report.
No kidding.
Okay, but we needed to find out what the problem was, why we had so many fire safety violations, why they were not fixed, what happened.
Do you believe
And
this is a...
incidentally,
Would you, Barbara,
let me
please?
speak, please. And incidentally, I don't know what happened since 2007, but based on that evidence, you know, I think that council did a, you know, in my opinion, a good job. You say you have another side of the story, and obviously, I think we would all love to hear about it.
And you have the
However,
evidence. You
Barbara,
have the
to
evidence.
my recollection, and I'm not throwing you under the bus, but this is my recollection. All of us invited you. I know that I personally, I told you and Franco and everybody here that, you know, let's bring everything together and look together at all the data. Yes, it was in a
Would you
closed
refresh my
meeting.
memory?
It
When
wasn't a
was this?
closed
I don't
meeting.
remember.
You
Come
were
on,
sent
guys.
a letter
You know
by the
that
Please,
Secretary of
Gail.
Oh, yes, I
Association.
was.
and
Gail.
And I asked
So
for
it,
clarification.
I
should
don't
have
think
got
that
it.
it's
Excuse
fair
me.
for you. I don't know if
Furthermore, I've
what
given
Barbara,
you
Barbara.
all the evidence that I have to
Barbara, would you
present.
please let Alex
I'm sorry,
finish?
I apologize.
I'm just saying that I think that, you know, options were given for all of us to sit down and look at the data before. And I'm sure that if you have other information that will help,
It was given to you.
not to,
It's
oh,
okay, fine. We're not going to be.
Yes, it was.
Just
Yes,
one,
Frank.
one quick comment.
Yes, Frank.
Alex, if you want to get to the truth, you get an independent attorney to do the investigation, not our attorney. Because you don't know what is in here. I know what they're saying about me. I know what evidence they have. I know what they don't have. I know the misstatements in here. You don't. The attorney doesn't have them in here. I just mentioned to you about the judgment. There are witnesses. He doesn't mention a witness. He says no witnesses.
So you're saying that the
Hey, Judy,
GTC...
please. Please.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was just gonna say, so then you're saying, I think we're on the same wavelength, that the GTCA attorney is not giving an independent investigation of this. He cooked this up to hang you.
Listen, Gail, as I
Not
mentioned...
listen. I've heard what you've mentioned.
Okay,
We've all heard.
can I
it.
answer?
Is
You
that
asked
what
a
you're
question.
saying?
You
That's
asked a
what you're
question.
saying.
You asked a
That's what
question.
you
Fair.
said.
Just like at the last meeting, when Mr. Kingman was going to do some other investigation, perhaps this was it, I suggested we get an
Send a report.
independent investigator, attorney. And that's the way it should be done.
Because you don't trust the GTCA attorney.
I am not confident that we're going to get an unbiased
Well, I think
report.
we can
Franco,
say
everyone
from
el-
looking at this
Listen,
report.
you
if
don't
he's
know.
speaking to
Please.
let him talk.
It sounds great when you're not involved in it, because you don't know what else is missing. You just
Well,
don't
then
know.
you should present what's missing. I think that's a
Well,
good
this-
idea.
This is
See,
interesting.
because I do
Yeah.
know for many months,
Uh-huh.
he wanted to speak to you about certain things, certain
And I
things.
did ask him if he wanted to speak
And
about it
you
right here in
wouldn't
this room.
speak.
Right here in this room.
Director,
Right here in this room, I
Yes,
asked
Yeah,
he
the
him.
did.
last
Right
5
here.
seconds of the meeting
Please.
at 11
No,
o'clock.
the meeting could have
That's not
continued.
true, Franco.
That is
We
so
were here.
true. Gail,
Not true.
That is true.
Please, let me remind you all that report was mentioned, no names were mentioned. There was a process. Director Lango decided to start speaking about report. We did not discuss anybody, nobody was mentioned, and neither was Director Tokay.
Yes, and what was
Because,
that?
would you please let me finish?
The motion was prepared when?
Barbara,
Come on. Come on,
Barbara.
Slava. Don't jerk my chain. Come on.
You had the
Don't
motion
know what?
ready. There was a
Right,
long
right.
motion.
anybody else, any more comments? Any more comments?
What is the purpose of commenting?
All those in favor?
Oh, okay. No, that's...
What are we doing now?
what?
What is it?
This is the motion on table.
to release this? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, that was, to sue you, to sue me,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
whatever.
All those in
whatever.
favor to adopt motion as was read by Judith
Go for
Courtney?
it.
You want to read it
The whole
again?
thing, are you?
Well,
Go
To
ahead.
release
I
a
haven't
summary
seen this
version.
before, so
Okay.
I'd like to take a couple of minutes.
If I come to this, I want to read it, to have it.
This was sent there.
Yes, but I do was on phone. It
You
releases a summary report.
It's more.
Oh, so the summary report is already prepared?
No,
haven't gone.
want to read it again,
Giving
please?
him permission.
Gail, would you